Today on Torch TV, East prepares to say goodbye to longtime principal Mark Newell.
I just think about when I walked in here 19 years ago, just the tone of the building and the feel of the building was different.
Review the implications of Indiana House Bill 1177, which would permit teachers to carry handguns in the classroom.
I'm sad that we're at a place where we feel that it's necessary to find ways and money to arm teachers.
And we look into the annual FFA Week highlight, Drive Your Tractor to School Day. All that and more on Torch TV.
Welcome, and thank you for joining us for the latest edition of Torch TV. I'm your host, Caleb Nolman, and joining me today is Kate Roeder. How you doing, Kate?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How was your weekend?
It was good, I went to the cake bake shop.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get into this. Let's get started with some news that will have a lasting effect on our East community. After serving as East principal for the past 15 years, Mark Newell accepted a new position within BCSE. As of next school year, Mr. Newell will be the Director of Adult and Alternative Education at McDowell. Mr. Newell told us he has been feeling restless as of late and is excited to discover what his new position will bring.
I don't think in terms of accomplishments. I just think about when I walked in here 19 years ago, just the tone of the building and the feel of the building was different. And I think just continuing that tone and that different culture here that we've got at East High School, I think that's probably what I enjoy most about East is the culture of the staff and the students all set for each other and accept everybody who comes through those doors for who they are as individuals. And I think just being able to be a part of that community has been very special for me. I don't know if I can pinpoint moments. I really enjoy shaking the hands of seniors after they've done their presentations and ring the senior bell. Enjoy seeing the seniors do their paper toss. I like seeing the freshmen come in and watch them grow over their 4 years. I thought one specific moment was the graduation we did for the 2020 with COVID, and we did it out here in the parking lot. The staff really came together and did a great job for the seniors, made it pretty special for a tough spring when, you know, spring break and then come back for the rest of their senior year. And so I thought the staff did a really great job with that.
This is a big change for East. 30% of all graduating classes in the history of East High School have had Mr. Newell as their principal.
A controversial Indiana House bill that would allow teachers to carry firearms in the classroom is making its way through the Indiana State House. Reporter Marley Oakes joins us with more.
House Bill 1177, proposed by our local state representative, Jim Lucas, has passed the House and is likely to pass in the Senate. While this bill is expected to be signed into law, it is not without controversy. The bill would allocate funding to send teachers through a training course that will allow them to have access to firearms on their school campuses. This would be an added responsibility and pressures on teachers that they may not be ready for.
Is that something that teachers want to prepare themselves for, along with their lesson plan for the day? It would be very difficult, I would think, to kind of walk both of those lines.
I feel that the individuals we have in a classroom have chosen that profession to take care of the needs of kids, help them learn and grow and nurture and just be a part of their growth and development. And this kind of gets away from that. I don't know that any person who went into education did so believing they might need to arm themselves in order to do their job. And as a superintendent of the school corporation, I see it as our job to protect those in the classroom so that they can do their job and not leave it to them to have to do that.
The counteraction of a school shooting is a heart-wrenching topic for many people in the education community. There are many factors that play into the decisions made to protect our students and staff.
I'm sad that we're at a place where we feel that it's necessary to find ways and money to arm teachers.
I come to work with a mindset, unfortunately, that I might have to use this gun that I put into my holster every morning. And pretty much every day when I go home and take it out and store it, I'm thankful I didn't have to.
Anytime we look at safety and security, we try to think of all options available to us. However, I don't see this as a path for BCSC.
While BCSC may not be utilizing this new resource, this bill has the ability to change classroom dynamics throughout the state.
On Monday, we put a poll in our Instagram story asking students their opinions on the bill. 53% of respondents said they would be comfortable with a teacher being able to carry a firearm in the classroom, while 47% said they would not. Head on over to CEHS.media on Instagram to stay up to date with all things East TV.
After the break, we take a look at events ranging from around the world to around the block in the latest episode of the Matthew Minute.
And we talked to one of East counselors about the process of choosing a college to attend after graduation.
All that and more coming up on Torch TV.
Let's review how to be a respectful and safe driver in our student parking lot. Watch out for pedestrians who are walking in the road. Park within the yellow lines. Play music at an appropriate volume. Dispose of your trash properly in the bins put around the parking lot. Thank you for making our parking lots a safer and cleaner place.
Sleep deprivation is a silent killer among all age groups. 73% of teenagers, 35% of adults, 30 to 48% of elders, and 35% of children all lack the proper amount. This puts constant stress on their minds, reducing function day to day. While they may want to fix this, most people struggle to improve their sleep. Reading before bed, meditating, and putting night filters on phones are all great places to start. Just trying these habits will likely improve your quality of sleep and quality of life. Find more on this topic at sleepfoundation.org.
Welcome back to Torch TV and this week's edition of the Matthew Minute, the news segment where stories are presented in a brief format. I'm your host, Matthew Degner, and we're starting off by discussing migrants. A ship carrying around 200 immigrants who had originally departed from Turkey sank on Tuesday. And at the moment, at least 63 have died, including 12 children. 96 people so far have been found and rescued, but search teams are not confident in finding many more, meaning this tragedy may claim over 100 lives. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni has called for fellow EU governments to pay more attention to these migrant trips in order to avoid disasters like this one. In U.S. news, the federal government has sent out a notice that the Chinese-owned social media, TikTok, needs to be cleared from all government-owned devices within 30 days, citing security concerns. This may not just be typical American versus Chinese paranoia, though, as Monday, Canada issued a ban on federal usage of the app as well. ByteDance, the Chinese super conglomerate worth around $100 billion, which owns TikTok, has been questioned before after information came out showing them accessing and selling private user data. More updates on this story in future episodes. In state news, a Rochdale, Indiana landfill will be taking in a portion of the East Palestine derailment's toxic waste. With the new addition of the Hoosier landfill and an incinerator plant in Grafton, Ohio, the EPA has nearly found enough sites to handle this level of hazardous material. Around 1.8 million gallons have already been collected from this site, and while the state of Ohio has said the air and drinking water is completely safe after the primary detoxifying operations, some residents are still skeptical if this waste is truly safe. In local news, the Columbus Coroner's Report is showing that drug overdose deaths in the county have increased for the 4th straight year. In 2022, 160 deaths were logged, with the breakdown listing 92 as natural, 58 by accident, 6 via suicide, and 4 as homicides. However, it is worth noting that a homicide in this case does not necessarily show intent. The good news is there was a significant drop in suicides over the last year, from 13 down to 6. That wraps up this week's top stories, and remember to stay informed.
Thanks, Matthew. As seniors begin to accept college offers, for juniors, the first step in the college application process is going on college tours. These tours are an opportunity to visit schools you might be interested in attending to get a better understanding of the environment and the opportunities the school offers for its students. It is recommended that the high school students visit a variety of campuses of different sizes and locations to get an idea of what type of school is best suited for them. The ideal time to start going on campus tours is during your junior year, but most colleges open their visits to all high school students for anyone looking to get a head start on planning their future.
Colleges have sort of a generic tour that you can schedule that will take you through campus and kind of hit all the major portions of what a college can offer. You know, it's a really important component of making a decision about what college you're going to go to. That visit is just kind of a first-hand experience of the college that helps you make a better decision about where you're going to go. It usually is a matter of just going to their website and sifting through the different types of visits they offer, finding the one that you like best or you feel like fits you best, and scheduling it. So it's not that difficult.
East High School and Central Middle School are holding a band concert here at East this Thursday at 7 p.m. in the auditorium. East concert and jazz bands will be performing, along with Central's 7th and 8th grade bands, to provide a night of musical entertainment. Be sure to show up and support your Olympian Spirit musicians.
The East Food Pantry is open this Friday from 3 to 3:30 and is located behind the library. The pantry is for anyone to use. If you need assistance or are unable to make it to the pantry, please Mrs. Romansky, Mrs. Gratz, or Mrs. Owens, and they will help organize a plan that works for you.
With the beginning, spring is almost here. Hopefully, it's bringing some warmer weather. Let's get over to Weatherman Warren with our 3-day weather forecast.
Thank you, Kate. And if you're hoping for warmer weather, then you're going to get your wish. We'll start off this week partly cloudy, but with a high of 73. Then on Tuesday, we're going to dip down a bit with a high of 51. Then on Wednesday, we'll see clouds with a high of 49. That's all we have for our 3-day weather forecast. Back to you guys in the studio.
Still to come on Torch TV, we look back at the play Lockdown and how it was produced by first-time director Emma Burns.
Later, we start wrapping up our winter sports with swimming state finals and boys basketball sectionals. Stay tuned on Torch TV.
Cybersecurity is no joke. One bad decision can mean losing all your data to a scam on the internet. Here are some tips to protect your computer. Be aware of any link you find on the internet. Make sure the links you click on are from trustworthy sources. Make good passwords. While using the same password for many accounts does seem practical, setting complex passwords can make an account harder to crack. There are many more ways to protect your device, but these tips can get you started. Stay safe, Olympians.
Here at Columbus East, we want to make sure you can find something to supplement your hobbies, whether it ranges between art or gaming, or anything in between. Please remember that we want to include you in expanding your hobbies on campus. Get involved today.
Schools all around the nation participate in FFA, a program that promotes agricultural education. Each February, FFA holds a National FFA Week, a week to celebrate the program. Last Friday morning, our East FFA Club had its annual Drive a Tractor to School Day, taking place at the end of National FFA Week. The day gives students an opportunity to show off their tractors and other farming equipment, and have fun driving them down the streets of Columbus.
Officers decided a date that we wanted to do this, and then we got the message out to all of our members so that this was something that they could be a part of. To plan this event, the FFA officers had to get together, decide a date, and then we had to let the FFA members know. We had to let the bus people know because we're in the bus parking lot, and then we got a police escort today. Because it is such a fun event, and we wanted to be a part of it, and we love having agriculture being part of our school day.
Senior Emma Burns recently held her senior project here at East, for which she directed a play entitled Lockdown. The play followed a group of students during a lockdown for an active shooter and their internal and external struggles while they discover if the lockdown is real or if it's just a drill.
really, really well. I really enjoyed getting to sit backstage and hearing the audience's reactions. That's kind of how I gauge how well it went. And everybody laughed when they were supposed to laugh. Everybody was shocked when they were supposed to be shocked. All of my actors are really proud with how they did. Because I wasn't out in the audience to see it, I'm just going to trust them and hope that it looked good. I really think that theater is an important thing for students to use as a learning tool, because there's only so much a teacher can stand in front of a classroom and explain to their students. And theater is a way that you can explore a topic and experience it without actually experiencing it, if that makes sense, because you get to see real people a few feet away from you experiencing something and learning about something and exploring a topic. A lot of people help me put stuff together, bring in props, bring in sets, help me organize things, and I'm just so thankful that I was able to have a rallying community in the theater behind me to make my dream happen.
Masquerade World Fest is a Latino formal intended to give Latino students an event designed just for them. The party will be open to all students, regardless of race, gender, or ethnicity. Today is the last day to buy tickets at the bookstore for only $10.
East's Mixed Show Choir, Center Stage, will be putting on a free show during Mod 2A on Wednesday, March 8th. All teachers are encouraged to bring their classes down for an awesome performance.
With swimming state finals coming to a close last week, we've had a hectic week of sports and competitions. Abby Jones joins us in the studio with more.
Thanks, Kate. Last weekend, East had 11 swimmers and 1 diver compete in state. Friday, in the prelims, Gavin Day placed 25th in diving, with our 200-yard medley relay and 400-yard freestyle relay both following suit. Also taking 25th Saturday in finals, Brady Byer placed 15th in both the 500-yard freestyle and the 100-yard breaststroke events. Congratulations to our H2Os. Saturday, in performing arts, our jazz band performed in State District at Whiteland and received a gold rating. Show choirs finished off their season this year at South Dearborn, with our mixed group, Center Stage, placing 4th in finals. BCSE's Combined Winter Guard competed at Fishers in state prelims and is moving on to semifinals this upcoming Saturday. Our academic teams competed at Brown County this Thursday. Fine Arts and Science both placed 2nd. Lastly, our boys varsity basketball team took a tough defeat in sectionals against our crosstown rivals, Columbus North. Ben Silva led the O's with a career high of 26 points. The game went into overtime before the Olympians fell 60-54. Back to you guys in the studio.
That's all we have time for today. From Kate, Marley, Abby, and the rest of the Torch TV crew, I'm Caleb Nolman, and thanks for watching.
Don't forget to take care of yourself, others, and the place. And as always, remember to be the best part of someone's day.